The goal of this is to just be an extremely laid-back event that allows people to just come together from all walks of life and to be able to enjoy conversation that they're really going to be able to connect to. So again, I just want to thank everyone for coming to this event, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Great way for me to be able to give back to you all. So let's see. This evening is about you. I want it to be about you. I want this to be more of a conversation, and I'll throw in a couple of funny stories hopefully along the way about my college life and maybe what I've been doing along the way. How's that sound? And I imagine a lot of you kind of have the same, or are just coming from that same work. How many of you here are freshmen in the room? A handful of you? Okay, so this is still kind of fresh, and you're probably thinking to yourself, man, that was just last year. For me, that was literally 20 years ago, trying to determine where I was going to go to college and the nervousness that goes around that. I joke with people that I've sat down at restaurants and taken longer to figure out what I'm going to have for dinner than it did for me to pick where I was going to go to college. My career exploration, I'm seeing, okay, what's happening here? I'm not good at this accounting thing. I have little to do, and I kind of veer my path towards higher education, this whole thing about being an RA. Someone said to me once, you want to be an RA for the rest of your life? I said, so you want me to be with drunk college students every single night of my life? Did someone in the comps, in the higher ed program, send this plant in my building, who I knew, right, to test me to say, let's see if Joel takes this student over to the airport. If he throws his comps away, just so that way the student could get there. What do you think I did? I took the comps. I did. I passed the comps. What I did was, I told her, I said, you know what, I can't take you to TF Green. I can take you to South Station. And that's pretty much the furthest I can get you to, so that you could get down to, you can take the train or whatever, take the bus, whatever it is. If you needed to go somewhere, she was a freshman, she didn't have a car. So some of you got that, some of you didn't. That's okay. The faith part of it that wraps into it in my life is that I basically treated how I went about my faith life in very much the same way that I tried to be good at throwing the discus, or racing a bicycle, or lifting weights, or swinging a golf club. I pretty much immersed everything that I could at that time and focused all my energy on that. But what was kind of missing at times was the belief in it all of the time. There were certainly times that I was relying on my faith to get me through some of those hard times. I'm not going to pretend like I had some crazy death experience, near-death experience, whatever it is, but like all those little moments that you have in your lives, I had those too, but they waned in and out. My faith was there all along. I pretty much grew up with it. My folks, my parents, my mom especially, made sure that it was just part of our culture, part of our values and what we did. And I kept doing it and made sure that I never wavered, in the sense that I didn't not believe, but I don't know if I really fully like felt it. Basically what I did was I reduced my faith or my devotion into Catholicism to a checklist of things. And that worries me still from time to time, right? That I've in my mind, for the most part, understood everything about Catholicism, about my faith, about all of those kinds of things. But I don't know if at all of the times that I feel it in my heart. And to wrap up with the road to Emmaus. It's after the resurrection, and there were two disciples, not necessarily apostles, but two disciples. One of them's name is Cleopas. And they're walking from Jerusalem, and they're making their way to Emmaus. And Jesus pops in to their walk, but they don't know that it's Jesus. That's what the passage says. They don't know that it's Jesus. So they get to the end of their road. They basically get to Emmaus, and the disciples say, "Why don't you come and join us for a meal?" Right? And it's at the meal when Jesus breaks the bread with them that the eyes of these disciples open up. They open up and they realize it's Jesus. And their spirit and their whole being pretty much just moves with joy, with a sight of wonder. They realize that it was him, that he is risen, that he is raised, that he's back. So my question for you all is, where is your Emmaus?